Everyone thinks a plane crash leaves a clear trail. They're catastrophically wrong. Sometimes the mountains simply swallow an aircraft whole, leaving behind a silence more chilling than any wreckage. In 1956, a routine flight vanished into the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Canadian Rockies, leaving a mystery that has endured for decades. On December 9, 1956, TransCanada Airlines Flight 838, a North Star airliner, departed Vancouver. Its destination, Calgary, Alberta, a relatively short hop, just over 300 miles, but one that traversed some of North America's most rugged terrain. Aboard were 3 crew members and 3 passengers. It wasn't a full flight, certainly not one drawing much attention. Just another evening journey in the nascent age of commercial air travel, a time when flying still felt like an adventure. The aircraft, a 4-engine piston propeller machine, was a Canadian-built variant of the Douglas DC-4. Reliable, robust, and a workhorse of its era, it had ferried countless passengers across the continent. The flight was uneventful for the first hour. Captain J.C. Jack Wright, a seasoned pilot, was in command. Weather reports indicated some scattered clouds, but nothing truly concerning over the mountains. Then, at approximately 7:10 p.m. PST, near Hope, British Columbia, Flight 838 made its last routine radio check-in. It reported passing over the Hope Beacon, maintaining its assigned altitude of 17,000 feet. After that silence, not a sudden, dramatic call for help, but an absence. The next scheduled check-in never came. Air traffic controllers waited, then worried. The vastness of the Rockies began to loom. A search was launched almost immediately. Royal Canadian Air Force aircraft, private planes, and ground teams began combing the rugged terrain. But the mountains were relentless, a labyrinth of peaks, valleys, and dense forests, already blanketed in winter snow. Days turned into weeks. The scale of the search was immense, covering thousands of square miles. Every rock face, every hidden crevice, every frozen lake was scrutinized. But Flight 838 and its 6 occupants seemed to have simply vanished. The initial theories ranged from a catastrophic structural failure to severe icing, or perhaps even an uncontrolled descent into the unforgiving peaks. But without wreckage, these were mere speculation. Then, after nearly 5 months of fruitless searching, a breakthrough. On May 12, 1957, a crew from the British Columbia Forest Service spotted something unusual, glinting metal high up in a remote, almost inaccessible mountain valley. The wreckage was found on Mount Sless, a towering, jagged peak near the U.S. border. It was a scene of utter devastation. The North Star had slammed into the mountain at high speed, disintegrating on impact. There were no survivors. The sheer force of the impact meant that the aircraft was reduced to fragments. Identifying the victims became an arduous and heartbreaking task. It was a grim testament to the power of the mountains. The investigation revealed a critical detail. The plane had crashed significantly off its intended flight path. It was about 15 miles north of where it should have been, and at an altitude of approximately 7,600 feet, far below its assigned 17,000. This deviation led to the leading theory: severe downdrafts. The weather on that evening, while not catastrophic, was ripe for powerful mountain winds to push an aircraft down. The North Star, despite its power, may have been caught in an irresistible current. Some speculate Captain Wright might have been trying to visually identify landmarks in the turbulent conditions, descending below his assigned altitude to get a clearer view. A common practice in that era, but a dangerous one in such unforgiving terrain. The official report ultimately concluded the cause was undetermined, citing the severe fragmentation of the aircraft. But the primary hypothesis centered on severe weather leading to a controlled flight into terrain or sea-fit. Even today, the site remains largely undisturbed, a somber memorial. The wreckage is still there, scattered across the steep slopes of Mount Sless, testament to a devastating moment in aviation history. Flight 838 serves as a stark reminder of the immense power of nature and the inherent risks of traversing vast, untamed wilderness, even with the most advanced technology of its time. It's a ghost plane of the Rockies, forever etched into the mountain itself. Subscribe for more in-depth investigations into aviation's most enduring mysteries.